Alright, we are cruising now. Got like 2.5 hours left. Check the... I told you guys about my transfer case. Hits the accelerator, pops back in. If I coast down a mountain long enough, in fourth, it'll pop itself into neutral. If I do it in third, it pops into neutral even faster. That's annoying. Do you guys have a solution for that other than new transfer case? I use 4 low a lot more than I use 4 high, so I'm always going between neutral and 2 high and 4 low. Other than making maybe a gate for it in the cab that like flips up so I can put it in 4 low, let me know. Let me know if there's a solution to that, because that's just, it's annoying. I can't safely coast down mountains, and it's only lately become more and more of an issue. So I don't know what the deal is. Poor guy's over there getting DOT'd. I had 2 of them on that poor guy. Oh man, wonder what he did to piss them off. Alright, so we're looking for a safe spot to pull over. Nice lights, neat. Got the fuel light on, and we're in the middle of nowhere. So I think we're gonna drop at like 10 a.m. and then gonna start looking for something going any which random direction. But I mean, I could pull over anywhere pretty much, but being oversized, I'm trying to find a safe spot to pull, but this isn't really giving me much of an option, because like when you're out of fuel, you're out of fuel. So I'm gonna try to find the safest spot I can that will get me off the road as much as possible. But I also have learned my lesson with mud, because this is now my 3rd time. I'm pretty sure it's my 3rd time getting stuck in mud over the years. We do be cruising pretty good though. I've been doing, you can see 57% throttle, and we're holding 75. One of the big reasons that I really like the 50 over injectors, because if I run the stock injectors, one, it's less power, but I'm not even running a tune on this truck. Mind you, I'm about 23,000 pounds right now, and I'm not running a tune. Everything is stock minus the injectors. And one cylinder does have stock injectors, but she just does what she needs to do. Now, granted, when the wind is up and it's like 30-mile-an-hour winds, sure, we'll be sitting at 60, 65. But right now, I'm climbing a little bit of a grade, throttle, you know, up to 66%. But I could sit here and hold this thing to the floor all day. It doesn't overheat. The EGTs don't get too hot. It just does what it needs to do. So any of you guys not running an aux tank are absolutely crazy to be out here doing this without an aux tank, because I can go and pick the cheapest fuel around and then fill up 140 gallons of it, whereas some of these guys come out here, and I used to be the guy because I couldn't afford it back in the day. Some of these guys will come out here like I did, and they'll go and, all right, I'm gonna fill up here, I'm gonna fill up here, and you have to constantly be on that. Whereas with this, I can fill up wherever I want, as much as I want, and it saves me a lot of money. You're at the mercy of the fuel stations you're at, and you can only fill up 35 gallons. You're gonna spend a lot of extra money that you don't need to. Save yourself the money, get the aux tank. It sucks at first, cry once, but it's gonna pay for itself within the first month, I'll tell you that. Look at that. And yes, I am ordering the new handle when I get home, because after this trip, I realized I have thrown myself on the roster. If any of these super high paying jobs come up, I'm just gonna take it. Now I have a 5th wheel and everything. We're all set up. I don't like doing the over the road thing, which is like the maximum I'm okay with being out is like 8 days, 8-9 days. But a boat like this wasn't an issue. If it wasn't for the blizzard, I picked up Saturday, drove all day Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. I would have dropped yesterday. I have so much extra time because of that blizzard. So we're dropping this morning, and basically on day 5 we're dropping. But literally I was so close that could have made it in 4 days. Really disappointing, but it is what it is. I really wanted to drop yesterday though, because that gave me all the time in the world to look for a load. And we'll be back on the 8-day mark, I'm thinking. I think this trip it'll be 9, but I can make it from Pennsylvania to North Carolina to Nevada, like California line Nevada, in 4 days. Like it's not that hard. I think the whole trip was like 40 some hours. Yo, check this out. I found this screwdriver sitting right there. I'm gonna chuck that off the road. It's not mine, I don't want it, but at least get it off the road, because be careful driving on these shoulders. You drive on the shoulder, you're gonna get a flat. Also, on top of the aux tank, get yourself TPMS. Anybody out here not running TPMS, not a very smart choice. Just, they're 150 bucks on Amazon. Get one. You will never have a blowout again if you get the proper tires. Ask me how I know. I used to have a ton of blowouts. A ton of them. If you guys followed back before 2020, when I had my old channel, dude, I was having blowouts like at times every other week. Blowing duals, blowing, like, I blew one single in my life. The back left blew. Mind you, I was running 20 by 12s, 33s, but they were, I never checked the pressures, right? And after about 40,000 miles, I had one blow. Thanks for getting over, my guy. And then duals, I was blowing dually tires out left and fucking right. Now, proper tires and TPMS. I had one tire go flat on me on the front left, and I never felt it. TPMS was like, yo, stop. I'm like, hell yeah. This is all it is, just a little piece here. It is solar, and it does plug in. This one's broken. I broke it. This one's the rear, because I had to switch the sensors because I stripped one out. So nothing wrong with this, other than the battery just doesn't work anymore. So if I shut the truck off, like, I'm actually gonna reset the runtime, but I'm gonna shut the truck off, let that die down, and then I'm gonna turn the truck back on, and this is basically power all the time. So whenever I turn it back on, listen to it, it's gonna beep because my tire pressure is 0. Mind you, I have this to set to beep at like 70. I run my tires around 72 stock. So about 65 is when that dinging will come on. All right, so we seem to have made it. I am gonna shut the truck off in the middle of the road, piss everybody off, but I gotta grab straps and do a couple of things. So I gotta remember to give him this box. Luckily they used a thick box because that's expensive right there. Other than that, the whole trip went well, other than this kind of sketched me out a little bit. Not having the breakaway. That is illegal as shit. Don't do that. I also hit this. That decided to be in the middle of the road, so I'm going to throw that over here. Bertha is definitely getting a bath today. But other than that, I'm just waiting on him to show up. He told me to call him 45 minutes in advance. So that's what I did. But we have no damages. Didn't get it inspected on this whole trip, luckily. Because that breakaway would have been a thing. Oh, hey! Look at that. Yeah, I'm definitely glad we didn't get inspected. Dude, look at those tires. I noticed this when I picked up. But if you notice how close, and it's in the pictures too that it's that close. But dude, that's terrible. These things are scrubbing. That's on the brink of a pop. I'm gonna let him know. All right, so these tires are definitely wearing odd. Ugh. Look at these axles. Everything seems like it's all right under here. But there's definitely an issue somewhere. Definitely an issue somewhere because those tires, I mean, granted, it did come, what did I make, 2,500 miles? Yeah, something's definitely off. I don't know, what do you guys think? Because I know when I had my Kaufman triple axle, it did that at one point, and I know we were going through one of those guys right there, the equalizers. Granted, these are different equalizers, but that one doesn't look right compared to that one. That one's straight, this one's up and down. Let's check the other side. Let's do some comparisons, do some investigating. So if you look here, this one's up and down, and then this one's straight as well. So I don't know. They seem a little close to me. I feel like that one needs to go that way, that one needs to go that way. This whole thing needs an alignment. This was like that little thing there. but we're gonna wait on him. And oh yeah, that's right, I gotta get my straps off and everything as well, so I'm gonna do that now. All right, so we got everything off. I did let him know. He's gonna go grab some real chalks, but got some rocks, so he's gonna take it in, get some suspension work done. I guess he's gonna take it down to, or up to, or over to wherever, Lake Tahoe. Check that thing out. That thing's cool. Can't believe someone would just store, well, I guess with the camper, yeah, just storing it there, but that's a sweet looking rig right there. I like the duals. Inevitably, when I do get a dually, because I'm gonna have to eventually, as much as I don't want to, but next truck will have to be a dually when we do the mega cab long bed. But 100%, we're keeping these front wheels. So I'll probably keep the back set as a spare, and then we're gonna do 22 by I think 8.5s or 8 1/4s in the back, but definitely keeping the KFC bucket wheels. So this, everything's all disconnected. I just need to get him to sign paperwork when he gets back, and then we will unload the boxes. I have not had to touch a nut or bolt on this truck. And see, haven't even opened the toolbox since we left. Here he comes. But Bertha's been all right. Definitely gonna go give a wash. I'm gonna push these mirrors in. All right, so we are done-ski with this one. Had to use 4 low, getting it like side to side and back and forth. That boat is heavy. So he's gonna let me out. Other than, come on, you're in 2, come on. Sometimes that front end doesn't like to, still thinks it's in 4-wheel drive. But you gonna, all right. The suspension's acting weird. Every time I take a corner, it takes a little bit to undo 4-wheel drive. But yeah, so tire, suspension, he's gonna take care of that. And then that boat just leaking a little bit of oil. I think that was about it. I forget what all I did, but I'm gonna pull out of here. He's gonna let me out, and then I'm gonna go send pictures to dispatch, and then we're gonna start trying to find something out. We're just leaving Carson City, Nevada now. We're by Washoe Lake, whatever it's called, Washoe or whatever. My guy, like, this dude needs to pick a damn lane so I can come over. The water's kind of neat. It's up pretty high. I don't know if that's normal over here, but so I'm gonna see if I can show it, but if you watch it, look at that motherfucker creeping forward. I bet you if I hit the throttle, it'll pop back. Yep. If I had a load on here, which I don't right now, it popped out 2 or 3 times on this trip. Like every now and again, you gotta hit the accelerator. I try to hold it in position, but it fights me enough that once I do that, it'll start to grind. Once it pops out, it's like, I can only do so much with it. So look at that view. That's crazy, that's pretty. All right, we got out of the gym, went and cleaned Bertha. So there's one reason I'll never own a white vehicle again. All of this is stained. I can't do anything about it. All this. I did use the brush. I don't give a fuck about the paint. Just wanted to get all the shit off, but still, a lot of this stuff is stained. Probably just end up throwing some fender flares on it for now, and then fixing the rockers and calling it good. But I don't know yet. I don't know what we're gonna do, because I don't know. I just have the new truck in my head, and I really want my mega cab. So we're gonna head to the Loves, about 32 minutes away. Already started looking for stuff. I found a few things, but nothing that really like caught my eye 100%. I could have went from like Oklahoma to Florida for 1,900 bucks, but the deadhead was like 1,800 miles, and I'm like, nah. Like, I just need to make another 3 grand going back across, and I'd be fine with that. So we're sitting here looking for a load, about to head east, but I found the Grinch, and he does not look happy. Alright, so we were able to book something. Stupid sun ruining my shot. But we were able to book something. I'm headed to California now, and then we're headed back to Houston, Texas, and in which case, I'm just going to drive back up. Really don't like the roads here, and like the white line, they put the rumble strip right on the white line, and it's so annoying. Because, like, you know, you touch every now and again. It's obnoxious, because then once you touch it, it grabs you and pulls you in. But I am about 3 hours from pickup. It is a flatbed weighing 6,000 pounds. I think it pays like 3,200 bucks to go back to Houston. So I was like, it's easy as shit. Like, I'll take that just to get me back. And then I doubt I'm gonna look for anything in Houston. I might look along the way, but realistically, probably just wanna get home. All right, we got a chain check in 18 miles. Glad I'm an empty pickup truck. I can do what I want. And we gotta go over the same mountain that I went over before. And it does say 18 miles winter storm, and there was a southern route. Winter storm's hitting that too, so either way. But if we pick this load up, it should be our last winter storm for a while, because then we're going to be going down deep South California, through Arizona, through New Mexico, through Texas. We're about 5 miles away. You can see what we're getting into. Look at all that snow. We'll make it through, not a problem. It's so much easier when you don't have a trailer on the back. You know, I understand it's not the coolest thing in the world, but like, it's kind of neat when you can see things from a distance and just see where like the shade's at, and like shadows and just random shit in the mountains. And then it just slowly moves down the mountain with the cloud. I just think it's cool. Y'all remember that? We had to pay $140 for chains. It is windy as shit in between these mountains. I'm curious to see what we're gonna see, but there it is in yellow. Everybody's chaining up. I saw little flurries, but nothing crazy. That dude had brand new chains. Oh man, that sucks. How long does it take to install those things? Genuine question. That scale house is full today. Holy shit. And then all of this. They always send me on my way. They're nice people in there just doing their job. Even if they shouldn't have that as a job in the first place, but it is what it is. We got some red and stuff, and I mean, it's already wet and sloppy, so looks like they took care of most of it, but they're telling them to chain up, so there's gotta be something. I guess we'll find out. I know it sucks, but I'd have rather done the chain up back there and drove more with the chains, because up here it's like wet and sloppy. Or unless they're taking them off, I don't know. Looks like they're, no, I think he was grabbing them. I think they're putting them on. Yeah, he's pulling in, they're definitely putting them on. Nice. Got the old snow plow out. So we're taking Donner Pass Road, because you can see on the right there, it says 13 minutes slower, but it's all in red. So somebody fucked up somewhere, and it only takes one person to fuck up for everybody. Never gotten to see this before. It's pretty nice under here. This is, I don't know, we're like 6 miles from Donner Pass, or this is Donner Pass Road. It's covered here. This isn't too bad. Yeah, not too bad. Neat how they do the plowing though. You see that? Big old turn. It's a sketchy spot. Luckily, I'm really heavy, so it's hard to spin, even with all the snow. Some of you guys will never get to see this. So I'm gonna film it for you guys. that aren't ever gonna get to see sun. Because I mean, it sucks, but it's still beautiful. People chaining up. I think he's stuck, or he's digging himself out. I don't know. Yeah, that's a lot of snow. That's a lot of snow. I'm gonna get out here for a second. It's cold as shit, but I'm gonna risk getting my feet wet. I'm gonna show you this sight. Holy shit, there's like a foot of snow here. Look at that. I can't see what it looks like in the camera, but it's kind of neat. Truck running over there. It's windy, but... So what I'm gonna do is, this is pretty much gonna be like Scenic shit, and then we're gonna pick up the load and then close the video out. But flinging snow and shit. This isn't, it's not bad. It's not bad at all. I see a generator, and I see some welders fixing a fence. All right, so we're here now. Just got getting this thing cleaned out, but there's a discrepancy. One of the big concerns I had was the broker says it's 6,000 pounds. So I'm hoping that he's correct, because on the paperwork it says 22,000 pounds. But he's like, no, trust me, it's only 6,000 pounds. And then we told him, like, it's just a single wheel truck. So he swears up and down that it is a 6,000 pound load. So let's hope it's paying $3,200, come back to Houston. That'll bring my gross up to, what would that be? 7,100 plus 3,200. So 10,300 in a week. All right, so he went and grabbed his truck, which is a 2,500 as well, and backed back there with a pintle. I didn't really get good instructions. I don't know how well their English is, but I'm doing my best. All right, I'm doing my best. So I think he's gonna bring the trailer out, and then I'm gonna hook up out here. But if he's pulling it with that, there's no way it's 22,000 pounds. Hopefully it should be right around 6,000. But the reason I liked this load, even though it was 3 hours deadhead the other way, it's bringing me down and over as opposed to straight back through. So no winter storms the entire way back through. Unfortunately, that does mean we hit Arizona and New Mexico, and I hate both of those states. But I don't like Texas either, so I don't know, we'll see. So this goes with it, and it's a 2-inch ball. And I got worried when I saw him hooking up a 2-inch, because I'm like, I don't have one. And oh, this is, I need that as well. Okay. So I was a little worried. I'm like, oh, I left my 2-inch back at home, but that is a 2 5/16. Dude, this is my trailer. This pays $3,200 to go to Houston. Talk about fucking gravy, my guy. Dude, I'm gonna spend like, what, 1,000 in fuel? I think we're good here. I'm gonna go get the paperwork, and we'll go from there. All right, tell me this load isn't worth $1.70 a mile. Literally easy. Tires are good. There's a plate on it. California. I was thinking that it was a trailer with a load on it. Dude, I love doing these flatbeds. Such an easy 2 5/16. I just leave the hitch in there. Got a block of wood. I used my pin. We're gonna go to the car wash again and then clean everything off, because I can't see shit out of this windshield. I can't wait to put my windshield wipers back on, but like, it's nice, the visibility is nice without the wipers, because you get that entire like bottom part of the windshield back, but like this sucks. And also, like, I didn't take them off because I didn't like them. I took them off because they don't work. Hey, we're moving, and we got a lane splitter. One of the few nice things about California, we can do that legally. Whether it's legal or not, I'm still gonna do it. No matter, at the end of the day, it's still safer to lane filter than it is to sit in traffic and get rear-ended, because people don't pay attention. So there's no thing to swipe, and the card swiper to get your coins didn't work, so I had a 10 on me. So I'm gonna set everything back in here. I'm gonna give Bertha a bath. There's no way I'm getting out this way. I'm gonna have to back out, which is gonna be obnoxious, but I definitely need to get this thing clean, because I can't see shit out the window, and I'm gonna have to back snake my way through. It's gonna be interesting. Well, she's all clean again, and I put the 5 in there. They gave me 10 minutes. It doesn't let you shut it off, so I guess I'm just gonna waste that 5. And then I got 5 of these little dollars. I'm glad I didn't put all 10 in, but $5. It's actually cheaper just to do it that way, to use the cash, than it was to use a card, because the card, like, well, no, I don't know. Fuck it. But yeah, here she is. Like I said, back straight out. Axles, hubs, everything's still doing all right. Now we'll play this dangerous game of backing this motherfucker onto that street. That was actually one of the easiest backouts I've ever done. So now I gotta go down the highway and drive as fast as possible so all the little droplets go up. All right, we're gonna close the video out here. What do you guys think? Did I do all right on this load? I mean, it's not the craziest thing in the world, but pay-wise, it's like if I were to take a camper for $1.70 a mile, I'd take home a lot less than what this is paying, because if you think about it, let's say I get 13 miles a gallon as a worst case scenario, but with a camper I get 8 miles a gallon, you know what I mean? So I'm making more on it, and it's gonna get me home. So, and I don't gotta go through a winter storm. We are done with winter this entire trip. We just have to go through Tornado Alley. So see you guys, appreciate you for sticking around. Keep hating in the comments.